Hey guys, PokeTrips here, and today I'll be going over the matches for the Week 3 in the PDA. Let's go ahead and get started. The first match we had was the Chicago White Sox versus the Indiana Bruisers. As you can see, the Indiana Bruisers pulled through 2-0, but in my opinion, these two are really close in skill level. But I think the Chicago White Sox are a little bit better. I don't know how they didn't pull through here. I guess eventually the Indiana Bruisers just whittled down the Chicago White Sox enough to where they could get the dub. Sharpedo didn't pull through this week. Electros was a sack. I think that Zach just sacked at the wrong time. That's basically this entire game. Zach just didn't make the right plays. That's what it boils down to sometimes. Zach, you switched when you weren't supposed to, and it happens. Good dub by Owen. I'm not going to try to take it away from him. Good dub. Next up, we have the San Antonio Solars versus myself, the Cincinnati Peds. Very interesting match. I expected more from Matt Poo of the San Antonio Solars, personally. When I went up against him, my mindset was Minior's gonna kill him. The whole game, I was sitting there thinking, Empoleon's still out. I'm not gonna be able to send out Minior. And I didn't. I never got to send out Minior because I killed Matt Poo way too fast. Minior just did what he was supposed to this week. Minior, why am I saying Minior? Tapu Koko and Bijo did what they were supposed to this week. Tapu Koko, my newly acquired mod, helped me late game. It killed the Empoleon and the Zapdos. Bijo helped me early game, killing the, I believe, Empoleon and Infernape, maybe the Muck and Infernape. I know for sure it killed the Infernape. But both of us really tried to overread this game. I overread twice, Matt Poo only overread once, but that one overread completely cost Matt Poo the game. When I had my Bijo and I used Drill Run on his Infernape, he expected me to switch out into possibly Excadrill, so he went ahead for a close combat, which didn't do much to Bijo. It wasn't enough to KO it, so Bijo was fast enough to outspeed and pick up the KO on the Infernape, which really hurt Matt Poo in the long run. I don't know if he wouldn't have done that, I still would have won, or he still would have won, but it would have been close either way. Next up, we have the Denver Maripos versus the Phoenix Sunkerns. I'm not gonna lie, not the best match. I was about to say very interesting match, but Drifloon, as always, loved to focus this game. Regirock still proving to be an actual good pick, while most of us laughed at that legendary pick. It's actually been proving itself. I think it's positive. I have it written down here, but Cameron really showed that he kind of knows how to use his Hydreigon and his Drifloon. And let's see here. Yeah, his Regirock is positive by 1 kill. It's 4 and 3. So that's interesting. Cameron just didn't make the right plays. He used Focus Energy on Drifloon again, which is starting to make me mad, Cameron, because your Drifloon, it doesn't need to focus so hard. Let it calm down. Just let it use a move like Explosion or something. I don't know. Anything's better than freaking focusing. It didn't work. It hasn't worked. It won't work. Good dub by Joseph, though. Next up, we have the Arizona Houndooms versus a fill-in for the... No. New York Plasters versus a fill-in for the Arizona Houndooms, my bad. The fill-in for the Arizona Houndooms was Zach of the Chicago White Sox. Doesn't affect Zach's record at all, but Michael was not able to play this week due to him being sick. So, Zach filled in for him, so we didn't have to just make up random stats. I appreciate it, Zach. Thank you. But Zach did let Trey get his first dub. You can't really blame Zach, though, because it was his first time using this team. He tried to use Bullet Punch because he didn't know what Psychic Terrain did on Tapu Lele, which is understandable when it's your first time using it. I'm not going to hold this game against Zach, but I am going to use this game in favor of Trey. I'm not going to hold this game against Michael or Zach. Trey, basically all he had to do this game was click close combat. He whittled down Tapu Lele, Aggron, and Alolan Ninetales to the point where he could click close combat with Heracross, and he'd kill anything. So good job by Trey to note that he did that. Next up, we have the Barcelona Keldios facing a fill-in for the Detroit Dialgas, sadly, Owen. Thank you again, Owen, for filling in. I'm not saying sadly because you filled in. I'm saying sadly because I really wanted to see Karthik and Theron play. This was going to be one of the best matches we had all year, I think. I think Theron was going to stop Karthik's reign of getting 6-0s here and there and left and right and everywhere you look. I accidentally made a rhyme there. But instead we had Owen fill in. And the same thing as Zach. Owen never used this team before, didn't know how to use it. He used Venusaur once or twice, that's about it. But he didn't know how to use this team, and in the end it hurt him. Karthik set up a Quiver Dance with Volcarona, and based on the Pokemon that Owen brought, that's game. It's over. That Volcarona was running Giga Drain for the Quagsire, it was running Fiery Dance for the Venusaur, Cobalion, Mamoswine, and it was running Bug Buzz for the Porygon Z, and I think the Charizard died to Stealth Rock. So that's the only reason it didn't have 6 kills. That Charizard could have maybe handled it, but I think a +2 Bug Buzz at 50% Charizard would have definitely KO'd. Also, thank you, Karthik, for making these in cards really easy. So guys, that was it for the game recaps this week, and Pokemon of the video. I've never addressed it before, but I feel like it's very important to address this one. It's not Weavile, because Weavile sucks. It's actually Shiny Magikarp, because it can be. Anyway, guys, that's been it this week for me. This has been PokeTrips, logging off.